हेलो अनिल सर।
Yes, yes, Rajendra, I'm here. Are
हाँ
you able
सर।
to see my
हाँ सर।
presentation?
हाँ सर, आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं दी और बहुत शॉर्ट ही दिखाई दे रही है।
Just give me 1 second. Now,
ना ओके सर।
is it okay now?
यस सर, यस सर।
Just give me 1 second. So, okay. Uh, Thank you. Thank you very much once again. And thank you very much for inviting me. So today, presentation is all about the application of machine learning and artificial intelligence in design. Nowadays everybody is talking about artificial intelligence and the machine learning, deep learning, and they are actually playing a very important role. We are going to discuss about their application, even though we are also working very nicely actually in the operation area, but today I'm going to discuss about designing point of view and try to understand their correlation. I would say the correlation between the designs and the machine learning and the artificial intelligence. So I am Anil Kumar. Even the Dr. Rajendra introduced me very well, not a problem. And thank you very much, Rajendra, for nice intro, my dear friend. So let me start from here. Actually, I would say thank you very much, Dr. Rajendra, his team. They are very, very nice. They are putting efforts. They're very hardworking, and the entire Manav Rachna family also to inviting me to contribute to the community and the society. Last time I also mentioned and appreciated actually a lot, especially the Rajendra and his team actually, because these type of workshops and the guest lectures are very, very much important. And I always also try to invite the experts lecture from the industry and the academia when I'm teaching to this, so that I would say we can get their understanding, so that we can understand okay on the external environment. So once again, thank you very much, Rajendra and the entire Manavachana family. And I hope definitely you will continue with your great efforts, because you are not only contributing to the university, you're contributing to the community and the society. So my dear friends, this is just let me start from here actually, just all about myself, so that my objective is so that you can understand actually, yes, there is a possibilities to create, we can say, the strong research collaboration, teaching collaboration with the we can say London Metropolitan University and Manav Rachna. So this is all about my research outcomes, and it is the result of this with my students, my PhD students, my UG, PG students, and my research collaborators like Dr. Rajendra. He is also very active researcher, and the supervisor and mentor and all. So this is all about what actually we are doing, especially means how you can understand. It is very difficult, I would say it is very difficult to publish a lot individually, but my dear friend, it is possible when we have a very strong national and international collaboration. So yes, in this contribution, I thanks to Rajendra and his team also, because they are also contributing, and I am working with them very closely, and very good outcomes you are able to see. So this is all about my achievement and awards. Why I'm showing the objective is just you feel also, yes, I would say that why these kind of workshops are important and playing a very significant role in our life. So just you can see, no other than that, not only research, the teaching also, you can see the feedback. And now I am the senior lecturer associate professor position, London Metropolitan, completed the postdoc position, many research award in the different international and national conferences. Research citation is increasing, research gate score is also increasing. So there are many ways, but again, it is just I want to say that it is not possible individually. It is possible, I would say it is a combined effort of all my research collaborators nationally and internationally. So, and my dear friends, this is the role actually, the analytical capability. My background is mathematics, so I would say, yeah, I'm very much good in quantitative and qualitative part. But I can say that yes, everybody can create that link, and that definitely can add more and more value to the literature. This is all about my analytical capabilities. In you can see in the one side, and second side you can see the area of research also. So this just my objective is so that you guys also means start thinking about, okay, how we can make a plan, how we can say our strategy to enhance our analytical capabilities, and how we can add more and more value in terms of the research, and how we can enhance our national and international collaborations, because it is very difficult actually to do means that very strong research and all. Yes, we can produce many things, but if we have a very strong national and international collaboration, so definitely we can enhance our pipelines, and we can also add more and more value to the literature. So this is all about a brief, and I'm very much open, my dear friends, if anybody have any kind of discussion, want any kind of collaborations, university-wise students, just drop a message to me and we can start discussing. So, okay, this is all about just a brief, I would say, the introduction about myself. So today, the main topic is to understand the correlation between the artificial intelligence and machine learning, the new area, I would say, the very interesting area, which is design. And I do appreciate Rajendra actually. And the last time I also mentioned that design thinking nowadays in the school, especially in the UK nowadays, so teaching to their kids actually design thinking, and some kind of we can say that it is just to give us some space to our mind, open space to our mind actually to think beyond. And when we are start thinking the out of the box, definitely we will try to create something new, and that creating something new, definitely then we can go, okay, let's try to develop some kind of algorithms and already existing, let's try to validate what actually I'm thinking. Then the role of the artificial intelligence and machine learnings will come in the light. So both way, means if the already existing methods under the artificial intelligence machine learning, how we can use those methods to do some kind of the good validation, good study, conduct good studies. Other than that also means that again, the new algorithms, like in India also, the word actually, the jugaad and something, it is not a jugaad, it is some kind of innovation actually. And that innovation can come anytime when we start thinking beyond, out of the box. And nowadays, as already shared with you, in the UK education system, and means try to give a space to our students to think differently. Because sometimes happen what actually we are delivering, and maybe the students' mind is something different. So we are trying to give some good space to the students. Okay, just whatever you want to do, whatever you want to think. Okay, you can just think, just do whatever you want, so that we can understand their interest well, and according to their interest, we can say that interest means if we know very well interest of our students, then definitely it is very easy for us to understand, okay, what is their needs and how we can push we can add more value in our teaching and all. So first of all, we will discuss about why do we need to artificial intelligence. It is a part of analytics, important. Everybody is talking about space. In the country like India, actually, we are very good in quantitative. But in the country like UK, they like qualitative part. But now, my dear friends, the time has come actually to make ourselves very strong both the parts. So I'm just trying to give my input accordingly, and that input, how those input will help us in particular in the design. I'm going to discuss that part. Then after that, I'm going to just give some example how the artificial intelligence and machine learnings widely used in industry and academia to take a better decision. Then the third part, what is design, and is any correlation between the design and machine learning and the artificial intelligence? This is I would say it is a very, very important and a very good question actually. Sometimes happen, okay, my area of working is not design, my area of working is the human resources, my area of working is marketing and operations. So means that then we are start thinking, okay, this is a very less application of machine learning, artificial intelligence, etc. Yes, they can be, but here just we are trying to try to understand that the correlation between the designs and the machine learning and the artificial intelligence. But after reading lots of material, I'm just trying to give my input and try to show that how we can make that correlation a very stronger correlation. Then after that, my dear friends, how we can enhance our analytical capabilities, which is related to the artificial intelligence and the machine learning. And now, being a teacher, I would say nowadays the students' demand is also changing very fast. And definitely definitely I would say that yes, we need to put efforts to enhance our analytical capabilities, and so that we can teach well, so that we can say sign a very good project to our students also. And some case studies, that those case studies just the outcomes of my research. Actually, I just try to contribute something related to the application of artificial intelligence in the marketing area, artificial intelligence in the supply chain. So just one and two case study you can see, and you can able to understand there is a huge scope, especially in the area of designs, and especially the application of artificial intelligence, machine learning in the area of design. Then after that, my dear friends, just I want to discuss here how we can make that correlation is a stronger correlation. As I told you that the demand of the students is very changing very fast. Why it is happening? Because the demand in the external environment is also changing. The industry demand is also changing. And that will impact on the students' needs, students' demand. And that things will impact on the teacher, actually, faculty, actually. Ultimate, I would say the pressure is coming to the faculties, right? Because when the students say that, okay, we want to learn something new, so definitely we have to put more effort to learn, to study more material and to deliver our course well. And my dear friends, that's try to understand. That's why I always try to discuss with my colleagues and my students also, always means that every year and try to add new and new things after understanding what is the going on in the external marketing, so that we can deliver well to the students. So these are the content of my today presentation. I'm sure definitely, my dear friends, you are able to understand, okay, not only the importance of the artificial intelligence, machine learning, as well as the application of these we can say widely used analytical capabilities in the different domains, especially in the area of designs, right? So let me start from here, my dear friends. Why do we need to do understand the artificial intelligence and machine learning? Actually, these are the part of analytics. Like now, everybody's talking about analytics, business analytics, like I would say HR analytics, marketing analytics, operation analytics. Nowadays, people analytics also. Right, so it is just a combination of two words actually. One is the area in which area you are working with, and the second is the analytics. It is not like that means it is previously what not exist, already there, but now the things are changing. That's why we are using that analytic word. It is just a combination of different kind of the qualitative and the quantitative techniques. And the artificial intelligence and the machine learning is the part of the analytics. So that's why it is not the matter. I'm the area I'm working nowadays in the area of supply chain operations, HR, marketing, mechanical entrepreneurship. It is my area of working. It is my interesting area in which I want to explore myself, in which I want to add more value to the literature, in which I want to deliver a very good, I would say, content to the students, so that they will impact on their employability and all. Finally, the most important part is the analytics. How we can enhance our analytical capability in terms of learning different techniques, which is related to the artificial intelligence, machine learning. Like, yes, just here I want to share with you, means in machine learning, if I say in the computer science, yes, they are saying that the supervised learning, non-supervised learning, then the reinforcement learning and all. But in the business, actually, we are just using the different terminology like regression model, the classification problems and all. So that's why we must understand, actually, if I'm talking about analytics, I'm talking about the combination of both qualitative and quantitative and the analytical capabilities. So my dear friend, that's why we need to understand, actually the importance of applicability of artificial based intelligence, as well as the machine learning and the deep learning based intelligence. Everybody knows that nowadays the artificial intelligence is some kind of the different techniques, mathematical techniques and the statistical based techniques, and the machine learning is a subset of that. And again, deep learning, if you want to go deep, then again it is a subset of the machine learning. So my dear friends, that's why everybody want to do a good research, academic point of view. Industry, they also want to predict their consumer well, so that they can produce, so that they can make a strategy to push their product. So means somehow we are using the techniques which are we can say under the maybe the artificial intelligence based. If we are using some kind of the predictive model, maybe those techniques are machine learning based, the deep learning based. So whenever we get the opportunity to we can say enhance our analytical capabilities, which is based on the artificial and machine learning, so definitely we must understand, we must enhance those analytical capabilities and start using those methods and understanding. I would say that in our interesting area, right? If you are using machine learning in HR area, then you can say I'm very much good in HR analytics. If I'm very much good to use the artificial based technique in the operations area, then I would say I'm very much good at operation analytics. Nowadays in our business school, we are teaching supply chain analytics. So it is just the same kind of method, same kind of things, but we are using some kind of machine learning techniques to we can say understand some kind of the prediction and all, right? So this is all about why, because we cannot avoid, actually we cannot avoid I would say the influence of the artificial and machine learning based techniques, particularly overall. If I want to say, means overall the impact of the analytics in each and every domain, like design, like the engineering, the business school, businesses, and the everywhere you are able to see the impact and the application of artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? So my dear friends, why it is happening, the most important thing is why we need ourselves and why these things is happening very fast. The 3D are changing everything very, very fast, right? So means that like you can say the number, digital and digital transformation. So means if we are not, again, now we are delivering everything online, so definitely we have to update ourselves with different kind of online tools and techniques. And now see, now means that these 3D, if we are not involved, if we are not understanding the impact of these 3D, my dear friends, so definitely again the question mark will come. Okay, we are not updating ourselves, and if we are not updating as a faculty, that things will impact on our teaching, and that thing will impact on the students' employment. So there is a strong correlation what actually we are delivering. So we must ready ourselves, and we must try to enhance our skill sets accordingly, so that we can fulfill the needs of our students, and we can fulfill the needs. So digital transformation, everybody is talking about digital transformation, and it's happening very fast actually. Everywhere. It was the time when we were discussing about Industry 3.0. Now everybody is talking about Industry 5.0. Even I would say we are working in the Industry 5.0 also. So nobody is, I would say, what is the Industry 5.0? Industry 4.0? It is a combination of different technologies, which in all augmented reality, business analytics, actually the big data analytics, and there are many technologies, and combination of that, I would say that is the Industry 5.0, Industry 4.0, right? So that's why, my dear friends, as I told you that along with the interesting area in which area we are working with, along with that, definitely we have to enhance our capability, which is related to be digital and digital transformation, which is related to the analytics and all. So these 3D, and and how the changing is happening very fast. Like I remember the speech of the Google CEO. He mentioned that the impact of the artificial intelligence is more than fire. Try to understand. It means each and every sectors, they're widely used the artificial based techniques and all. Why not they are using? The only thing is because those models, those techniques, those programs will help us to take better decision. Those, I would say, those techniques, those methods will help us to predict well. Those means models, we can say, help us to managing business efficiency. And nowadays, the artificial intelligence also using the automated recruitment process. Means that's why everybody's talking about, okay, you develop your CV in a way so that those keywords should be there when they will put in the system. They can pick your CV and start recruiting, shortlisting your CV. So each and every sector. That's why my objective is to we can say so you means the application of artificial intelligence not only in the design parts, each and every sector. We cannot say no. We definitely somehow maybe today, maybe tomorrow, we must accept, I would say, accept, yes, there is a need to update ourselves. There is a need to understand the impact of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and how we can understand. The most important thing is it is not possible, as I told you many times, it is not possible always we can understand all the technique, all the matter, but somehow if we are able to create that correlation, basic understanding, then definitely slowly, gradually, we can enhance our analytical capabilities and accordingly start using in our area. And today we are just discussing about the design. In the next coming slides, I'm going to discuss how we can create a very strong correlation between the artificial intelligence, machine learning with the design. So you can see with the help of this slide, my dear friends, how these methods, these techniques are helping us to take better decision. How this nowadays, all the industries, they are thinking about, it was the times when we were discussing about mass customization. Right now, the time has come with the personal customization. Why it is happening? Because awareness is increasing. The impact of IT is everywhere. If you are in India, in other countries, doesn't matter. We can just say you should have the internet, and we can connect to the world actually, right? So that's why, my dear friends, now we are discussing about the personal customization. So that things is happening. We can, why? Because we are able to predict our customer well. We can understand their needs. Then accordingly, we are able to push our product, design our products accordingly, according to their need. And that things impact actually the taking good decision, as well as to minimizing our, we can say, efforts and the wastage and so many things. That's why, my dear friends, we cannot avoid the impact of the artificial intelligence based technique and machine learning based techniques of each and every sector of the business. And even though government sector also now especially in the UK government, they're using in their offices, the huge many artificial based models and methods, techniques and all. So my dear friends, the depends on, we can say, in which area we are working with, we are able to where we are using actually these techniques to predict the consumer, the market, better product, managing efficiency, what. But somehow, definitely, you are able to understand, even though I would say you can just start thinking, okay, my area of interest in entrepreneurship, okay, let me search, let me do some kind of the literature review, the application of artificial intelligence, machine learning in entrepreneurship area. Then you are able to see how the different worldwide researchers, they are using different types of artificial intelligence, machine learning technique in the entrepreneurship area. If you're interested in area of HR design, then accordingly you can plan and start thinking, oh yes, let me do something and do the review. And accordingly, my dear friends, it will impact on your teaching too. As I told you, my dear friends, the big data analytics. Now, yes, I remember when I came UK in 2008, at that time, everybody in the researcher also, they're talking about big data analytics. Now, nobody's means hardly, I'm just able to hear the word big data. Just they are talking about the artificial intelligence, machine learning. But my dear friends, again, it is the time for the big database artificial intelligence. Right? Because huge data, we are producing the huge data every day, qualitative and quantitative. So huge data everywhere. Even quantitative data, I would say we are able to manage, but in the qualitative data, huge data everywhere. If we are talking, if we are discussing something, so we are creating some kind of the qualitative data, my dear friends. And the ultimate nowadays, the big giant, big companies, they are thinking about how they are able to manage the data set actually, right? So like big data analytics will help us to cost reduction, new product development, better decision. Like my objective is so that you can understand thinking about the implication of artificial intelligence and machine learning in your respectively interesting area, right? And my dear friends, no doubt, yes, there is a huge, sometimes happen, okay, maybe I'm very much good because my mathematics, but because of statistics, able to understand well those model and method. But my dear friends, again, as I just said you that in the UK, especially the researcher, then we can see communities, they like actually qualitative research. And the huge, thanks to IT, again, huge softwares, many softwares are available, very friendly software. We can start using those software, we need to, we can say, just take initiative. Just some examples, my dear friends, you can see how the big company like the YouTube, the Amazons, Netflix, and the others big companies, they are using the artificial intelligence, machine learning, the big database techniques to understand their, to do interaction, their, I would say their customer, their platform, to predict their customer, their consumer demand, their and their behavior pattern. Right, like I also shared with you, my dear, it was the time when all the industries were focusing on only the mass customization, but now the time has come about the personal customization. Why it is so happening? Because the industries, they are able to predict well the demand of the consumer, what they want, what their needs, what their test actually, their behavior pattern. Then accordingly, and they have a very big department, especially to understand their customer well, what kind of, we can say, their taste, their demand, and even area wise, region wise, country wise, means then accordingly they make a smart their strategy, produce their product, and they make their different strategy and push their product. So these are some very, I would say, very small example. And my suggestion is here just means that yes, today we are trying to understand the correlation between the artificial intelligence and the design, but my suggestion is here, just try to understand the impact of these kind of the methods and technique in your interesting area, in our interesting area actually, right? And there is, it is not separate actually, it is attached in our area. We cannot avoid it, right? Now it is not like that. Yes, I'm the professor, I'm the faculty in the area of leadership. So definitely we must understand leadership analytics. You must understand the impact of the analytics in leadership. You must understand the impact of AI and ML in leadership. So there is this is the just with the help of this presentation, just I want to convey the message, just to try to understand why these three Ds are impacting very fast in the outside world, and that then impact on our students, and their demands is also changing. So definitely the pressures will come on the faculties, but it is not, I would say, the pressure. It is just they are forcing us, they are motivating us to learn more, so that we can add more and more value to the literature. So my dear friends, now the next discussion is the most important. That definitely whatever I discussed with you, with the help of that, your understanding definitely increase about, everybody knows nowadays, yes, that lots of many workshops are going on related to the ML and artificial intelligence. But the most important thing is, sometimes happen, I am also observed that means that as a faculty, we are not able to understand that correlation actually. Right. So sometimes happen, my background is not mathematics, my background is not statistic. I'm very much weak in number, like I mentioned, 3D digit is there. So I'm very much weak in number. Yes, I can understand. I would say that, yeah, definitely. It is not like that, sir, we can make ourselves, we can say, to understand everything. So slowly, but again, my suggestion, my recommendation to you, thanks to IT, they're a very good softwares and very easy software actually. We can start using those software directly, and after using that, just whatever the outcomes will come, and we can do a very good interpretation. We can write a very good case study. We can write a very good article. We can write we can say class note. So it's completely, I would say, completely up to us. It is not, there is no barrier nowadays. I remember I was attending one workshop in IIM Bangalore actually. When I was in UK, I went there specially to attend one workshop which was based on machine learning, artificial intelligence. I remember the professor mentioned that the time is coming when we are just not discussing about means the methods and all, because automatically the software can start helping us directly. Now the time is coming to balance ourselves about, as I told you, that qualitative as well as the quantitative. If you are very good in writing, just we have to take the advantages and start writing very good case studies, start writing very good critical analysis, review-based paper and all. So that we can able to contribute to the literature, so that we are able to, we can say, add more value in our teaching. So my dear friends, now what is designs? The most important thing. So, and is any correlation between the design and ML and machine learning? The same question you can start asking ourselves actually. Replace design with your interesting area. Like for instance, what is the sustainable operation management? There is a correlation between the sustainable management and ML and I, right? So you can start thinking, what is HR? There is a correlation between the sustainable HR and the ML and I. That's why, just to replace the design, right? And try to just understand that correlation. And if you are able to understand, I'm sure definitely we are able to understand that correlation. And again, and you can just start thinking, okay, how we can make that correlation a very strong correlation, so that we can start adding more value, so that start updating our, we can say, course, what actually we are delivering, so that we are able to satisfy our students, their demands, industry demand. Nowadays, my dear friends, again, thanks to IT, the opportunities are huge worldwide. Thanks to IT, everybody can grab those opportunities. But thing is that, are we able to understand the demands? Are we able to, what is the going on outside the world? If yes, so definitely we are putting efforts to enhance that correlation between our interesting area and the application of AI and application. So what is the design, my dear friends? Just with the help of this, I want to show you how we can create that strong correlation between these two interesting area. One is, I would say, these not two, that they are combined each other, because nowadays we cannot think any area without the analytics actually. Because so what is design is a very, just in when I started my presentation at that time, I said you must design now in the primary school also, especially in the UK, in the India also new education. Our objective is to give a more space to our kids so that they can start thinking differently. Is it actually? What is just a process, right? Just to give us some space, just to we can say, give some flexibility, some freedom to, so that they can start thinking differently, right? And my dear friends, all the algorithms and all the machine learning programs and all means that when the researchers start thinking differently, definitely they can start developing those model methods and the algorithm for that also. So yes, and still there are many the students who are very good in data science and analytics. They are also programming, they are also thinking in that direction. But my dear friends, maybe business schools and engineering, there are huge methods under it, and we can start using those methods that are interesting. But my dear friends, design, you can see, is not just what looks like, feel like. Design is how it is works. So it is, in my point of view, it is a very, very interesting area actually. Very, very interesting. As I remember, my dear friends, last year I was taught the subject, very interesting subject, but that subject is consultancy, right? In that consultancy is also means that yes, there is a huge consultancies firm, but how we can make our firm is differently. So then when I invited one expert, then the same kind of thing they discuss, we are giving the open space to our, we can say, employees to think differently, our customer also what they want, and accordingly we will provide them their product. So it is it is a type of just some freedom actually, right? So that our kids, so that our students start thinking. Even faculty also sometimes, if we are giving good space to our faculty and resources, definitely they differently, try to understand what is the problem is going on and how we can solve those problems with a very good new innovation and all. So when we start thinking differently, when we have a flexibility to think differently, then the next step will come, that is called in terms of, like, I would say, the very good terminology, innovation. Right? So that innovations will start from the design actually, right? And my dear friends, as I also told that in the 20th century, everything is changed very fast, very, very fast, right? And we must ready for that. Now I remember, means when I was discussing with Rajendra actually, and Rajendra said that my interesting area, Anil, is entrepreneurship. You want to explore myself. It's okay, very much okay. And along with that, means Rajendra, can we do something which is related to the startup, related to the circular economy and entrepreneurship? Then he said, oh, sir, it is a very interesting topic. Let's try to explore it. But my dear friends, happy to share with you, in the UK especially now, they are thinking about net zero economy actually. And they target in 2050 to achieve that target. So try to understand that, we can say, pressure actually, because we cannot avoid the impact of the climate change, that we can say environmental issues. So we are equally responsible for that. And if we want to create a good society, sustainable society, then definitely we should give the equally important to the all aspects, right? Social aspects also, the environmental also, the economic also. Like in the country, developer country like UK and US, they are we can say, giving the pressure to their industry. Okay, their objective is to making profit, but Other than that, also you are the responsible for the society, and you are also responsible for the environment. Now all the sector, government sector and the private sector in the UK, they are thinking about 4 days working. Why is so? Because they are thinking they want to achieve their target, that is net zero economy to 2050. Right? So it is also a part of, my dear friend, try to, if we are able to create that correlation again, it is also a part of the some kind of the design actually. Right? And there is a huge problem. It is not possible to solve all the problem only one time. So definitely we start thinking differently, how we can minimize, how we can create a good product, how we can provide a good services, so that ultimately we can reduce, we can say, environmental impact, and we can achieve that objective. That's why during my presentation I mentioned, my dear friend, 3D changing everything. Right? But we must ready ourselves actually. Are we ready for that? If no, definitely we start reading material. Yes, no doubt. There's a lots of opportunities, admin work, family responsibility. Yes, but being a teacher, we can say, if we are working in the industry also, now the industry also, they want some kind of new thing. Means new things means we're trying to force our mind to think differently. That is called design. We can say start thinking differently means start reading material, start reading, we can say, the articles, reports, and start, okay, this is the problem and we can solve this problem in this way. So that's why, my dear friends, you can see the many issues in their respective area, just we need to explore only, like the climate change, society changing very fast, and we are now living in VUCA world actually, like uncertainties, their complexities also, their ambiguities also there. Now you can see just the COVID situation, nobody means, we didn't predict that can happen, but now everybody's thinking about anything can happen, anything. So definitely we must put effort, more effort in our education system, our medical sectors, our, we can see, society part. We must give more importance to the human. So inequalities increase the conflict. So there are many issues, my dear friends. But again in just to think about and start correlating our area, and how we can add more value to the literature, how we can add more value to the society, the most important thing. It is not the matter of, like, I remember, okay, when after completing PhD, when you go and give the interview, then definitely, what is your interesting area? But I would say, as per my experience and my reading, my dear friend, there is no in area of, yes, can be, we can say 80%, 60%, this is my interesting area. But my dear friends, now all the areas are integrating each other. Just try to understand that correlation and try to add more value. Like, my dear friend, just I want to share with you one example here. I was discussing with my best colleague in BML Mujal University, and his area is working in chemistry. I'm the faculty of the business school. How it is possible the could try to create between the chemistry and the business school? It is possible, my dear friends. Everybody is talking about green chemistry. Everybody's talking about environmental sustainability. Everybody's talking about the issue of the environment. That is the part of the again the chemistry and all. Very difficult. And again, if I'm talking about circular economy, it is not just only business point of view. Then the things will start from the procurement of the product, development of the product. This means just only, as I told you, that it is a matter of to create that correlation. It is a matter of to understand the process. It is a matter of to create how we can able to create that integration. And my dear friends, and definitely we learned many lessons from this COVID situation actually. And definitely the government of the countries, all the countries, and the leader, they are also thinking about, means that if something can happen, are we able to manage that? Are we able to face that? That's why everybody is thinking about now, my dear friends, that they're repurposing supply chain, repurposing our manufacturing sector, flexibility, right? So, and my dear friends, again, the role of AI and the artificial intelligence is increasing very huge, because I remember one of the manufacturing industry here, actually, they are producing something. If something happens, within a 24 hours, they are able to change their we can say everything within 25 hours actually, because their manufacturing system is very flexible. They can able to modify, they can able to adopt anything on time. So these things are happening. It is because of the think differently, think out of box, and the impact of the IT, impact of the artificial intelligence based technique, learning based techniques and all, right? So again, my dear friends, again, I want to say here, it is just a matter of to understand their impact on our interesting area, of to create a correlation between our area to the other areas. Like it is just it is not just, yes, I remember, yeah, just if I'm working in the entrepreneurship, yes, you are welcome, definitely, it is your interesting area, you can add more value about this. But my suggestion is here, my recommendation, generally what actually I try to do, just try to understand when I'm teaching the course, just get the input from the students. The students, definitely students are demanding, but after getting those input, then try to do the review of the external environment, what is the demands is going on in the external environment, industry, the government sector and the private sector. So then accordingly try to understand, okay, yes, if the students are demanding something, definitely the demands from the outside, the industry and the governments and all are changing very fast. And we have to, and my dear friend, there is a huge opportunities worldwide and each and every area. It is not the matter of, yes, I remember when we can say completed our 10th and 10 plus 2, our parents said that, okay, you have to do engineering, you have to do business, you have to do this, that. Now the things are completely changed. If your interesting area is even though the psychology, that the consumer, anything, just the matter of, again, my request to you all, just a matter of to create that integration and try to understand the impact of the 3D, try to understand the impact of, I would say, artificial intelligence and the machine learning based techniques, and try to explore ourselves. If there is a possibility to attend 1 and 2 good workshops and just do participate, increase positively. Just my sometimes happen, I'm attending a workshop, I'm not able to understand anything because everything is going on, programming and all. It's okay, sometimes happen, but slowly, gradually, our mindset is start understanding all those. So my dear friends, and we are, as I told you, that we are living in the world of VUCA, how we can avoid the uncertainty, how we can predict the uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity. So all machine learning and the artificial based techniques will help us. Now, my dear friends, the question is here, that like I discussed with you very interestingly, okay, the huge areas in the different areas you can start working with. And my always try to like the university like Manav Rachna is a very good university, and the all resources you have, infrastructure you have, very good students you have, location wise is perfect. So my just try to give the good project to the students, actually give some open space. I remember, my dear friends, when I was teaching BML Munjal University, you can't believe, even I started my taking class outside the classroom, actually in the ground. So that means that the students try to get that feelings, actually just think beyond, actually whatever do you want to do, this is your project, guys, and you are the marketing group, you are the HR group, you are the operations group, you just whatever you want to do it, and within a week, just after doing this activity, you can come and present yourself. My dear friends, you can't believe this, we can say new generation, they have different ideas, very different thoughts, very good ideas they have, and that's ideas will come when we will give more flexibility, we can say more openness to our kids. Again, yes, directly I didn't review that our new education policy, but yes, I got the opportunity to participate somewhere, and my dear friends, to give my input also. But I would say, if we are able to implement that new education policy, yes, it will going to impact very hugely on our, we can say, our coming generation. Same kind of thing in the country like UK is happening. Like we can say, when my kids means they came to the school, they are start discussing the issue related to the climate change and all. You can't believe, actually my daughter just, we can say, design everything about circular economy, recycle, reuse, and write something about and just paste in the door. And when I asked her what is it actually, then she started explaining everything. Even though at that time I started to work on the circular economy, net zero economy, and she knows everything. Why it is happening? Because they are learning through the process. They are learning from through the, we can say, from the schools, actually, and they are giving the more flexibility, more environment, we can say. And it is the time for, I would say, that to think differently, and they give more flexibility over our kids. And the design, like I remember, means that in when I was teaching, like multivariate model to my MBA student. That the design, you can understand the impact of the design actually. To the MBA students, my dear friends, in first year MBA students, and after completing business statistic, the next module which our dean gave to me, okay, Dr. Kumar, they are ready, they know everybody's statistics. You can just to teach them the multivariate model. It's very difficult actually, because you know, in 70-75 students, maybe they are from the different background. Maybe they are from the marketing background, maybe they are from the HR background, different background. Even though some students are very good in mathematics, that means if they are come from the engineering background, obviously in our education system, thanks, there's very strong education system, and they know basic statistics, basic mathematics, and it is very easy to understand them, right? But my dear friends, the students who their background is business, psychology, political science, and it's again difficult. Then my dear friends, you can't believe. Then I start using this concept design. So when I was teaching to the classroom, then I said, oh my guys, you can just buy a chart, and I made a group. This is the group 1, group 2, group 3. Doesn't matter your area, different area. Buy a big, and whatever I'm explaining every day, you can just go to the room and start writing about that thing. Right, and developing, we can say, their flow chart. In the last class, I inviting each and every group to explain what actually we discussed through your flow charts. Right, so there is a many way. If we are start thinking, if we are trying to able to create a correlation between the design and the machine learning and artificial intelligence, guys. Again, being a faculty, my experience is just replace it. My interesting area is entrepreneurship. Replace design with the entrepreneurship. But there is still, if we are able to create some kind of, we can say, correlation between the design and the entrepreneurship, again, there is a within that area is possible, right? And give a flexibility, give a, we can say, more space to our kids to start thinking differently. And my dear friends, always possible, always just a matter of, I would say, that create that correlation, right? Just replace it. And within that area also, you can start thinking how the different design thinking process, design thinking steps can I use in my interesting area. If I'm start using those steps, that those process, I would say strongly, I would say definitely we can say you can add more value. Definitely students getting satisfied, taking more interest, many ways. But again, because I completely agree with you. The pressure automatically will increase in our shoulder. But being a faculty, definitely we must think about in that direction also. So my dear friends, with the help of this picture, you are able to see my objective is to show you there is a strong between the designs and the machine learning and the artificial intelligence, right? And again, if you replace a design with the different area, you can replace and start correlating it. Start reviewing it, the articles, the blogs, the reports in that area. I want to check what are the applications of artificial intelligence, machine learning area of finance. I want to review the artificial intelligence area of entrepreneurship. Yes, if you are able to review, your confidence automatically will increase, and you can start explaining all those things in your classroom. You have the database, you have the complete documentation. You have lots of, you can say, topic in your mind. You can start giving those topic to your students, right? So my dear friends, this is I would say how that depends on us how we are able to create that correlation, right? And again, my dear friends, our government, especially in the Indian government, in new education system, they are very much focusing in new education policy about designing just to give more space to our kids to think differently, out of the box in each and every area. Actually, my recommendation, my suggestion to you guys, just maybe 1 and 2 class, not possible all the class, but 1 and 2 class actually start, give more space to the kids, what actually they are thinking. Maybe they are thinking, and just invite them to present and just create some kind of informal, very fun class, and definitely you start enjoying them. And students also, we can say, they have now the new generation, now the students of 10 class and 12 class, they are very good in coding, they are very good in programming, right? But it was the time that we were not discussing, like I said with you, it was the time for the mass customization, now the time of the personal customization. Things are changing very fast. very, very fast. And the impact of IT, impact of artificial intelligence especially is more than fire, like the CEO of Google CEO mentioned. Right? So we must understand that. But the question is how we can able to create, how we are able to make that correlation a very stronger correlation, right? So it is up to us actually. Maybe the design thinking, I'm teaching the entrepreneurship, I'm teaching operation management. Again, the other faculties are also teaching the same courses, but depends how much effort I'm going to put, how much effort she and he are putting to enhance their courses. So the ultimate objective is, are we able to create, are we able to develop that, are we able to make that correlation, a strong correlation between the designs and the machine learning, between the HR and the machine learning, artificial intelligence, between the operations and the machine learning and the artificial intelligence. If I am putting effort, I would say, my dear friends, students are start taking interest in your course, start, I would say, discussing with you differently. So this is the significant impact if we are able to create that impact in our like, my dear friends, why this correlation is required. So as I many times I told you, we cannot avoid the impact of 3D. We cannot avoid the impact of the machine learning and artificial, I would say, the business analytics in the external environment. You can see some example I mentioned, just Harvard Business Review. They mentioned that in 20th century, the scientists, I would say, that the hot job, a very, very demanding job. What is that? Means the data scientist job, I would say, the business analytic based job, data analytics job. So means yes, we can say that they are separately, but my point of view, my reading, but actually my experience means that there is if I'm good in marketing and if I'm able to enhance my skill set related to analytics, so I can play a very good role as a marketing analytics. Try to understand that. Right? I can make myself different from others also. I can also fight for this job, also fight for my area job. So now I have the loss of opportunities. Same kind of things you can see, my dear friends. That's why I'm telling you, now we cannot think the machine learning, artificial intelligence, they are different subjects. No, they are integrated subject in our interesting area. If I'm teaching design, again, we have to be think about how we can enhance our students' analytical capabilities so that they can start thinking about their courses actually. And my dear friends, then again, if the faculty say that I'm developing a good programming, I'm developing good, we can say, algorithm, from where we can say those ideas came. Those ideas came from, we can say, they start thinking differently. And then I remember, my dear friends, yes, I'm not good in programming. Then I would say, don't worry about the programming. If you are very good in designing, if you are able to create a prototype, something, definitely I have a good person who can develop a program easily, not an issue. So try to understand, if we are very good in that part, we can take the help from the others. So my objective to show this slide to you, and my objective to deliver this presentation, are we able to create that correlation? Are we able to make that correlation strong correlation? If yes, definitely, being a faculty, we have to be put more effort, both the part. We cannot avoid. Sometimes happen, yes, I do agree with you. Sometimes happen, I'm not good in programming, I'm not good in numbers, in digit. So again, thanks to IT, my dear friends, we can start using different kind of the helpy, we can say, very, very good software, qualitative based, quantitative based software, and they can help, we can say, directly, and we can use those and do the good interpretation, start writing good articles, start writing good case studies, class notes. Actually, our note, actually, I remember one of the faculty, my dear friends, he mentioned that, Anil, I'm teaching this course in this module, but next year, I'm not going to use any material. I delete it. Try to understand, my dear friends. Is it possible? We always thinking about, let me prepare my PPT. Now, next year, my job will be easy. Be honest. But now he mentioned that, Anil, just I'm teaching in this module. Next year, I'm just, after finishing my module, I'm going to delete it, completely delete it. Then I asked why it is so. Then he said that definitely, my dear friend, means that whatever the material I'm preparing today, that material forcing me, make me more comfortable. And next year, I want to develop a new one, so that I can put more, we can say, insight, and so that we can get more understanding what is the going on, new thing, and the same kind of thing. Because my background is helping me it's fine. I can prepare those things very easily. But my dear friends, our ultimate objective is to understand what is the going on, new things actually. Then that's why I'm thinking every year I'm trying to develop the same course in a different way. So this is not possible always, but always keep these things in our mind, and accordingly, if we are thinking in that direction, so definitely, my dear friends, we are able to create a very strong correlation between the design and machine learning and the artificial intelligence also, right? And again, I'm just telling you, means just a matter of and try to understand the insight, the integration between the design and your interesting area. Every very design, every means that if we are thinking, suppose the new education policy, our government said that we are giving the more flexibility, more space, more time to our kids to think just for the playing. What actually we are doing? Just we are giving the space to, we can say, think differently, give less pressure so that they can do some kind of the activity, so that they come up with some kind of good project. And huge things in the country like India, the huge potential actually. Yeah, and just our ultimate objective is just how we can able to we can see that potential in our kids and in the opportunities. So my dear friends, the next example, see, you are able to see how we can create a very good strong, make that correlation a very strong correlation. Now you can see, my dear friends, the where we are moving, like I shared with you, the 3D changing everything. Right now, you can see the first artificial intelligence university open in Abu Dhabi. Just review it, what actually it is, what kind of the courses they are delivering. I'm sure definitely. I'm also going to show you one course, which is the MIT they are offering nowadays, which is based on the combination of artificial intelligence and design. Right? Why it is happening? Because we cannot avoid, as I told you, that impact of the AI and the machine learning and the IT in our domain, and definitely we cannot impact actually the time for innovation, the time for the openness, time of the flexibility, time for we can say repurposing everything. Like we learned a lesson from the COVID actually, where we need to focus more. Everybody, all the leaders, business school leaders, industrial leaders, they are thinking in that direction. Okay, maybe anything can happen. Are we ready for that? Are we ready to, we can say, manage that uncertainty? Like I would say, we are living these days in the VUCA world, right? Are we responsible, equally responsible for the environment? If we are, what kind of the steps we are taking? Like I'll also share with you one example of the UK government, their objective to achieve the net zero in 2050 actually. Right? So then lots of initiatives, lots of investment they are doing, lots of projects they are opening, they're inviting in the industry, they are inviting the business school, they're inviting the, we can say, universities to participate in that mission. And I'm sure they are able to achieve that, because if we are, and you can understand that process, that in the role of the design, the role of the artificial intelligence in that process too. Right? So everywhere, like you can see Cambridge Institute, sustainability leaders, Cambridge business schools, Cambridge University, they are also thinking about some kind of a very customized courses related to the sustainability, related to the circular economy, related to the artificial intelligence, blockchain, right? So it is all about my objective is try to understand that insights actually everywhere, each and every course, I would say design is there. If just a matter of review actually our course, what actually we are doing. Just again, maybe my dear friends, mean that we all are faculties member, and thanks to definitely again Rajendra, he gave me the space to deliver my lecture. But again, we are learning from each other, and my dear friends, definitely your strategy may be different, my strategy may be different, but ultimately our objective is to what? To deliver well, so that the students are satisfied, thus also we can see impact on their employability and all. Just that's why I'm shared with you my experience, my own experience, how I am using different kind of design thinking, we can say, process and the steps in my courses. Like when I was teaching multivariate model, when I was teaching different model, it's very difficult actually. Non-statistic background students, if you are teaching them statistic and multivariate model, it is very difficult. But again, we have to think differently so that we can make it more simple and they can start thinking differently. And my dear friends, again, the new education policy, if again, my question is, if we are able to implement that well, it's going to impact a huge on our kids in our coming generation, right? So again, we need to think about how these means the 3D impacting on us and how, where we are moving. like many times I told you that means the impact of the artificial intelligence is more than fire. CEO, Google CEO. So I'm not telling anything. Means who are working in that area, they are able to predict that thing well. Right? So, and definitely we must understand that. So just to give more example, just to give, we can say to give more strength to my argument, actually, just I want to put more example, like I just said with you, the MIT, like they are also delivering a very good course, which is a designing and the building AI product and services. Just we can say you are able to see, just Google it and try to understand what are the content, what actually they are delivering, and you are able to see, my dear friends, that insights, that you are able to see that through that process you are able to understand the impact of the design, impact of the machine learning and artificial intelligence, and what are the topic and the content they are delivering. But again, if I go back, try to understand, ultimate objective is because they are able to predict well academically the demand of the industry, because they are able to predict well where we are moving. If we are not updating themselves, like for instance, the business school, MIT, the Cambridge, if they are not delivering, we can say, updated courses like blockchain, artificial base, and the needs, the demanding, means that definitely means that if they are in the number one, because they are understand well the needs of the industry, they are understand well, we even say somehow the future also. Because of that reason, and their leader also, they are very visionary leader, and because of that, now they are, nobody's, I remember in 2016, even 15, nobody's talking about blockchain and all. But nowadays, everybody's, all the industries, manufacturing sector, service sectors, mean that they are that start using the blockchain based technologies and all. So my dear friends, why I'm saying those things, means ultimate objective is how we can able to create the correlation between these two areas. And my dear friends, even though again my apology, these are not a different area, but they are just a combined between two things. One is the analytics and second is the course, right? Same kind of the combination, same kind of the integration we can create in our courses. We can create what actually we are delivering, being a faculty, being even students, right? And even my advice to here also to the students also, means just always try to think, actually try to, we can say, increase your communication with the faculties, try to increase your communication with the industries. Don't say no, just say yes to everything. Because when we are giving the open space, start interacting with the faculties, I'm sure, my dear friends, you are able to do a very good projects, actually industry-based project, government sector based project. Means that nowadays the students' interest, means yes, maybe one students are very good at programming, but maybe other students are very good in social sciences, right? Depends. It is not like that just I'm good in mathematics, I can do everything. No, my dear friends, you can do also, but in my area I also can contribute something, right? So my objective is to showing these all those things, discussing all those things with you, my dear friends, is the ultimate objective is so that you can start correlating those things, so that we can start we can say the predicting well what is happening, how we can able to enhance our not only the domain area only, the capabilities which is related to the ML and AI and all. And again, my dear friends, I would say that the university like Manav, Rachna, you have resources, infrastructure, right? So utilize that, and students and good location, everything is there, and I'm sure you are able to do many things. So my dear friends, like as I told you that MIT, they are delivering a very good course. Yes, it is not we can say and what is the objective behind it? The objective is because they are able to predict well what actually the going on, what is the demand from the industry, what are the, we can say, product we can deliver. And if they are not able to predict that, things again, they are always in the one position, two position worldwide. Why it is so? Because they are thinking different. Now you can see, my dear friends, in this module, especially like the designing and the building AI product and services, the more detail you can just I give the resource, you can just go and download that the details. Then you can see that in the modules, actually what actually they are delivering week 1, week 2, week 3. You then, with the help of that, you are able to understand, yes, there is a correlation and a strong correlation between these two things. One is the design and second is the machine learning, the artificial intelligence. Now you can see the first week they are just going to discuss about introduction of the artificial intelligence in the digital. Right? See, mean everything is now in front of you. Whatever I'm talking about, it is not just okay, I did this thing, that thing. No. Everything is with the proper documentation. Now you are able to see everything. Yeah. And the thing is, if suppose I'm teaching design thinking, I'm teaching the course. Now, if we are not giving that kind of, we can say, things and teach to the students like this, that definitely, my dear friends, again, we are not able to understand the demand from the industry and all. So week 1, just the introduction of artificial. I'm not advertising anybody. Just my objective is to show you the complete picture in which direction we are moving. Right? It is not just only everybody's talking about machine learning. Yes, my dear friends, just I want to say with you, I was thinking, I had a discussion one I think so last week with my research team, and we discussed about, okay, guys, now the time for the artificial intelligence. Okay, let's prepare a literature review article related to the impact of the artificial intelligence, responsible artificial intelligence in a health sector. You can't believe, my dear friends, next day I saw one published article in that area. No, it is not the artificial intelligence, responsible artificial intelligence. If I'm talking about healthcare sector, banking sector, service sector, artificial intelligence means responsible artificial intelligence. It is also a matter of think, right? We cannot avoid the ethics also. Business ethics is a very good subject actually, right? Initially I was thinking it's boring, but it's very interesting. We must understand all the things, ethically things actually, and the responsible artificial intelligence. What the product we are delivering, what the algorithm we are delivering, we can say is, yes, our objective is to making profit, but also our objective is to save our environment safe, our society safe also. We are equally responsible for each and everything. That's why, my dear friend, it is not the matter of the artificial intelligence. Now the thing, it is we can say, time for the responsible artificial intelligence, right? So now see the plan of that school. Now you are able to understand, the correlation between the design and the machine learning and the artificial intelligence, right? So just I'm keeping my eyes, you can see artificial intelligence, technology, fundamental and deep learning. Like I said with you, that deep learning is also the subset of the artificial intelligence. Right? Sometimes happen, it is difficult to understand the algorithm and all. Again, my dear friends, they have many alternatives. We can use those very, very friendly software, and we can start understanding, we can say, doing some kind of analysis and all. Right? As I shared with you, that the UK specialty like qualitative research, actually, huge data we are producing every day, huge data, text mining. Even those many article I saw means that they just use the data, Twitter data, LinkedIn data, and use the text mining approach, and they come up with a very good insights, very good propositions and all. So now, if we are able to do that, adding more and more value, my dear friends, that things will not impacting on ourselves being a faculty. Also, the students are taking interest, their satisfaction, and their satisfaction is related to the industry demand, their employability and all. So now I'm sure that definitely the picture is clear to you, how we are able to create that correlation between the design and the ML and AI. And just again, my request to you, in which area you are working with, just you can replace design with your interesting area, and within that area also design is there, and start creating that correlation, start preparing plan and strategy, so that you are able to create that stronger correlation. So my dear friends, is fine, is completely agree with you, there is a strong correlation. Yes, I'm agree with you, cannot avoid the impact of the ML and the IT, especially in the design and the other courses. But the question is how we can, what are the driver, how we can enhance, we can say. Now you can see, if I'm replacing the domain and the business area, the design area, it's fine. But definitely what are the driver which can help us to enhance our that skill sets. Always try to boost your skill sets, which is the qualitative and quantitative skill sets. Somehow, ultimately, my dear friends, as I told you, that artificial intelligence and the machine learning, they are not separate. They are the part of analytics, actually, right? So means that definitely we have to enhance our computer science based skill sets. I'm not talking about just we can go and start writing programming. No, computer science IT based means that we can say make ourselves more comfortable to understand the different kind of the softwares. Like if you have a qualitative data, suppose you can use the NVivo, Atlas IT, there are many software. And if you have a huge big data, we can see in terms of the text and all, you can use those software directly. And if you are not able to do that, again, the question mark will come. Definitely you must understand. And we can say good workshops, attend some good workshop, do some hands-on exercises and all, and bring those things in your, try to get involved to the students and all. And slowly, gradually, my recommendation, I always try to recommend my students, always recommend even my kids, that the basic statistic and mathematics background is very much important and playing a very significant, right? So means that, means my elder brothers, the daughter said that, uncle, just means I don't want to study mathematics in 10+2. And I'm sure you, I can achieve 85%, 95%. You can't believe my, I'm completely agree. I'm definitely, I will be satisfied 65%, 60%, don't worry. But I want you study mathematics at least 10+2 level. Because I can understand the importance of those skills in, we can say, in her future actually, right? So if means that if we are able to avoid, maybe she can achieve 95%, but in the coming week in life, again, the basic, if the basic understanding is not there, my dear friends, again, she is going to face a loss. Right? I can agree. I am satisfied 65, 70%, but you must, my dear friends, if you are going to achieve 50%, 55% in mathematics, I don't have any issue. I'm very much happy, definitely. But I want you study mathematics and statistics in 10+2 level, because I can understand the impact of those skill set in each and every area. Doesn't matter in which area she wants to pursue, she wants to, we can say, going to take admission around each and every area. We cannot avoid that. That's why, my dear friends, there is a strong integration between your interesting area, science, mathematics, and statistics. That's the domain. Just I'm replacing here. This domain I can replace with the design. This domain I can replace with the operation, supply chain, HR, whatever area you're interesting area, you can just replace it and you can start creating that strong combination. So, my dear friends, now you can see there is a huge challenges, like the shortage of the high skilled employee, AI and ML, but the integration of our teaching with the analytics and the practicability of learning by doing concept there. But I would say these are not challenges, these are opportunities, right? So if we are delivering, like if we are delivering something, so my dear friends, again, I would say that the huge shortage of high skilled employee means that definitely we can prepare our students in that direction. Like I said with you, the customized course, the MIT, they are offering, right? So means that they are able to understand that need, they are able to understand the demand from the industry. Like for secondly, the integration, this is the big challenge actually, the integration of our teaching with the analytics. Sometimes yes, sometimes because of the too much workload, admin load, there are many, it's not easy task actually, because we are a faculty, definitely we need to deliver many modules, and we can say the administrative work is also there, marking is also there, many ways, families also, there are lots of responsibilities. But again, my dear friends, my suggestion, my recommendation is still we need to put effort to create that integration between the teaching and the analytics. That's why I shared with you that the diagram actually, how the computer science, IT based skill sets are required, how we can say statistical mathematical skill sets also required, and how those skill sets will impact on our area. And then the second is the learning by doing concept. Our new education policies, they are more focusing on the learning by doing concept actually. Happy to share with you. But again, the question mark is if we are able to implement it well, because it will take time, but I'm sure learning by doing concept, it is the part of design. See now, it is the part of design, because we are giving the open space, we are giving the, we can say, more flexibility to our kids to think differently, so that they can start thinking differently. And my dear friends, I also shared with you my many experience, and happy to share with you with my MBA students. You can't believe, even undergrad students, I published 1 and 2 case studies, and with MBA students I published very good articles, because they handle good project, live projects with industry, they collect the data, do the analysis, everything. Then just they need to sit and just make that material publishable. So this is not the challenge, I would say it is opportunity, but it is again up to us. And learning by doing concept comes from, if I'm using this terminology, if I'm using this keyword, it is not a different, it is a part of the design, right? So my dear friends, we have option overall how we can develop, we can say, our analytical capabilities holistically. There is a many ways. Like I also said with you, it is not possible we can learn all the things in one time, but slowly, gradually, definitely, along with our area, which is the design, which is the operation, which is the HR, along with our area, our domain, our area and testing area, we have to enhance our analytical capabilities, which is holistically. Maybe I'm very much good in predictive analytics. So you must understand about the different descriptive, predictive, there are many ways, right? So slowly, my suggestion, my recommendation here is just how we can enhance both the, we can say, our skill sets, which is related to the our area as well as the analytics, so that we can say we can are developing ourselves holistically. My dear friend, my strategy always, I try to take minimum 2 workshops in a year. Actually, sometime happened last year, didn't happen because because of COVID situation, but I always try to take minimum 2 workshops, which is based on the different analytical capabilities, and also that I can enhance my skill sets and I can bring those skill sets in my classroom, right? So my dear friends, like again, I thanks to actually Rajendra, actually, because design and the topic actually they selected very interesting topic, and their objective, I'm sure their objective is to we can say check the overall the concept of design, the implication of the design in the different areas holistically, I would say, right? So my dear friends, again, I would say that we need to do, definitely, why we do need to study, we already discussed a lot of things. And again, if I'm delivering a design course, if I'm delivering any kind of the course, option with us, I have many options. As I told you that massive data is everywhere. We have one option, we can escape it, we cannot avoid it, right? So if we are going to avoid it, then all the best for you, because nobody can help you actually in that part, right? But we cannot avoid nowadays, as I told you, that it's the time for the personal customization, not the mass customization. Massive data everywhere, qualitative data, quantitative data, the massive data in each and every domain. If we are able to manage that massive data, means that we are enhancing our skill sets. And now you can see, my dear friends, the data analytical skill set employability. There is a strong correlation between the analytical capability and the employability. Like there is a strong correlation between the design thinking and the ML and the AI. There is a strong correlation between the, if we are giving the more space to our kids to think differently and their thinking process and their, I'm saying their employability too, right? And I also shared with you in the 20th century, there is a changing, everything is changing very fast, but accordingly, we have to enhance the skill sets of ourselves also, our students also. The applicability of analytic in all areas, we already discussed those things. So these are the options with us. And my dear friends, as I told you that if we are able to create that correlation between your course, what actually we are delivering, the design, the operation, entrepreneurship with ML and AI, I would say yes, we are making our plan very, very nicely, and bring those learning in the classroom. If we are able to do that, I would say that you are able to create that environment, the learning by doing concept. Again, that learning of doing concept comes under the design thinking, again, the design, right? So means that if anybody say, oh my God, everything is like, we Indians generally, we are using the word jugaad. Jugaad is nothing, it's just some kind of innovation, local innovation, I would say. Nowadays, everybody's thinking about local innovation, everybody's thinking about local supply chain. So why it is so? Because we learned a lot of lesson from the COVID, right? So we need to focus on our local areas, local suppliers, actually, right? Local supply chain, actually, local issues, actually, because now we are thinking. That's why I told you, my dear friends, and we are living in the world of VUCA world. We must understand that. So if we are not able to create that link, if we are unable to create that correlation between the design and the we can say ML and AI, then the huge data is there. Then the first part, we can ignore that. Then the hope for the best, we cannot say anybody anything. So definitely we are not that skill sets. So we don't have option. So we can ignore that. The second is we can help from the others. We can I would say again, we can do the outsource. But again, if you are doing the outsource, my dear friends, again, if we are able to not understand what actually they are doing, that again, it will go in the negative direction again. So outsourcing, yes, we can do. Many times we are busy, but we can do, like, for instance, one of our project, we are going to hire the research assistant within the UK actually, because we all are very busy, but don't we think that what actually she and he is going to do, we don't know, we know, but because of the lack of the times and all, we need some assistant and all. So outsourcing also we can do. Again, the second is the most important thing is, as I told you, that let's develop our own analytical capabilities and try to correlate, try to link that capabilities with your interesting area. Right, so design my interesting area, design, like I also shared with you that how the MIT, they are offering the different course related to the AI and the design. Everything in front of you now, right? Whatever I'm discussing with the facts and figures. You can see now, means if they are delivering something, so definitely there is a strong correlation between them, right? So, and my dear friends, when we are going to take admission, so definitely after taking the admission, they are going to share a lot of things with us. Okay, before to start this course, you must have these skill sets, you must understand this algebra, you must understand basic understandings of statistic and all. Again, my dear friends, you can able to understand the importance of the ML and all, and the designing process and etc. So let's try to think in that direction, build our own analytical capabilities. Again, I'm telling you, my dear friends, AI and the ML is the part of analytics only, business analytics part only. There are huge qualitative based and quantitative based methods, already existing methods, especially in the social sciences. We are using like statistical package for social sciences directly. We can use already existing method, but again, the computer science domain, IT side domain, they are also developing a new algorithm. And the ultimate objective is, again, my dear friends, to cater the need of the demand and all. So this is the basic understanding. You can see with the help of this complete slide, how we can enhance our different kind of analytical capabilities like descriptive, forecasting, and data mining and all, right? So in the one slide you are able to see just, but my objective here to not only to say, okay, we can deliver this thing, that my objective is there is any correlation between the design and the ML and AI. Yes, there is a strong correlation, and with the help of the good examples, I'm trying to justify it. Yes, I'm trying to, we can say, validate my argument. Yes, there is a strong correlation. And my dear friends, as I told you many times, just a matter of replacing design with your interesting area. Now you are able to understand. I also shared with you when we were thinking about, let's do a literature review paper on the responsible artificial intelligence. Within a week, we are able to see that paper. One very good article is published. You can't believe, very, very good article, responsible artificial intelligence in healthcare sector. What is it actually? Again, the question mark, I'm talking about artificial intelligence, and Dr. Kumar, now you're talking about responsible artificial intelligence. What does it mean? So again, the question, let's explore it, what actually it is. Then the business ethics, then the ethic world that comes in the light, and in that part also, right? So my dear friends, and how the most important thing is, I would say this slide is very close to my heart. Now you can see, if we are developing, if I'm teaching the design thinking, if I'm teaching, I would say entrepreneurship, if I'm teaching marketing, if I'm teaching finance, if I'm teaching operation, if I'm teaching human resources, now you can see how your analytical capabilities, which is, we can say, combination of qualitative and quantitative skill sets, will impact on our teaching. Right, so you can try to bring those skill set in your classroom, and you can see in the outcomes. Like I also shared with you, I published many case studies, many research articles with my MBA, BBA students. Why it is possible? Because my objective is to teach them very, we can say, systematically, understand them very nicely. Like I said with you, I took 1 and 2 classes outside the classroom. No need to just, let's do a, we can say, let do some we can say exercises around the classroom also. Even you, when I was teaching, that we conducted many interviews for the informal sector, like the radio and all. But means they have different kind of skill sets to sell their products. Right? So my dear friends, and the design is the part of that. That's why I'm telling you, just try to understand the of that design in your area. Like, so you, with the help of this picture, I'm sure you are able to understand. Suppose I'm teaching marketing, you are able to see, okay, the analytical capabilities based on the qualitative and quantitative, I'm able to use in the marketing area. Hence, I'm very much good in marketing analytics. I'm very much good in finance analytics. I'm very much good in operation analytics. I'm very much good in HR analytics, people analytics also. And our outcomes may be research paper, good project, class project, effective learning, student satisfaction, conferences, research collaboration automatically start coming. Right? I remember again, we can say with my students who MBA students, we went international conference in Tari University, Delhi, and my two groups of students, in MBA students, they presented well and appreciated them. All the audience, they appreciated them very well, very, we can say very well. Why it is happening? It is happening just again. I just want to give the credit to Rajendra. Means these kind of workshops and the participation and the, we can say, platform is very, very important and playing a very significant role. It is not just a matter of the publication, teaching, it's a matter of how we are developing ourselves holistically, right? So my dear friends, I'm sure with the help of this picture, you are able to understand the correlation. Just replace the design course, entrepreneurship course, marketing course, mechanical engineering course, actually, right? Any course, any model, what actually you are teaching, just develop this model. And I'm sure that you are able to prepare and plan your strategy accordingly. So just with the help of the, what actually I'm discussing, with the help of these things, my objective is to show you, so we can say, give the more strength to my argument. Is there is a possibility to make that correlation a strong correlation? Yes. Is there is a, we can say, chance there is a correlation between the design and the ML and AI? Yes, there is a correlation. Is there is a correlation between the HR and the AI, LM and AI? Yes, there is a. Yeah. So lots of work is going on in that area. Just, and whatever I'm presenting, my dear friends, whatever already discussed with you, my objective is so that we all are able to understand that integration, that correlation. Whatever I discussed with the help of the data and all, just my outcomes, you are also able to understand. I'm sure with the help of my outcomes, you are able to understand the impact of the text mining and ML and artificial intelligence in we can say different area. Like you can see, I used different kind of methods, just the combined artificial colonial algorithm. I completed this article when I was doing my my PhD. You can't believe, even I didn't know anything. Now I'm able to deliver something because I learned a lot. I'm trying to understand that correlation. Okay, we can't survive nowadays without, if we are not enhancing our analytical capabilities, as well as if we are not able to update ourselves in our respective areas. One article we published, very interesting article, with the help of my we can say computer science colleagues and all. You are see now, this is the marketing problem. This is a marketing, we can say, issue. And I would say I used ML in the marketing area very easily. Even if I'm going to deliver these things in the classroom, students also can understand it very easily. Right. Second is, you can say a review. I also shared with you. Suppose I want to explore myself in my area, that design, the entrepreneurship, marketing. Let's start with the review article first. I published a very good article which is related to the artificial intelligence application in sustainable agricultural supply. Now you can see how the different kind of the machine learning based applications are using the researchers and the industry in the agriculture supply chain and all. Right, and especially in India, my dear friend, there are huge opportunities in the agriculture supply chain, in the agriculture areas. How we can say try to get the to convert those, we can say, in the opportunities. So these are the small. Why I'm showing to you, my dear friends, so that with the first part is, with the help of the material which I learned from the literature, you are able to understand. Yes, we can able to create that strong correlation between the design, the machine learning, and the artificial intelligence. And the second is, with the help of my contribution to the literature, you are able to see, yes, there is a, whatever the Dr. Kumar at that time were discussing, he showed that, means with the help of his case studies also discussion and his contribution too. Right? I shared many examples, means how I created that the good environment in the teaching and the design thinking process in the classroom and all. Help of all things, my objective is, my dear friends, to show you how we can say we must understand the impact of the business analytics. I would say the small part, machine learning and the artificial intelligence in the all aspect of the business, and we cannot avoid that. We must understand that, and we must, I would say, like my dear friends, I also shared with you supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. Suppose if I'm putting this keyword in front of the person who is teaching HR, definitely they cannot understand it. But my dear friends, happy to share with you, just if we are start exploring supervised learning, I'm talking about the regression model, predictive model, and classification problem. So just a matter of understanding, a matter of exploring ourselves. That's why I always try to appreciate my colleagues and my team member also, just try to get 1 and 2 good workshops so that you can enhance your skill sets. The recent article, which I also shared with you, my dear friends, The one article which is published, that is the responsible artificial intelligence in area of healthcare sector. And at that time we were thinking, we were developing this article, but again, my dear friends, we are able to publish this article very quick actually, because you know the life of the literature review articles very less. Actually, just you can see now, is artificial intelligence is enabler of supply chain resiliency. Like I said with you many times actually, because we learned many lessons from the COVID situation actually, and we are living in the VUCA world. Definitely now the time come for applicable to check the application of the artificial intelligence, even the responsible artificial intelligence. In this paper, my dear friends, a very interesting article, very, very interesting article. And we proposed, I think 29, 30 proposition for the future research. How the artificial intelligence based techniques will help us play a role as enablers to make our supply chain more resilient. Everybody's talking about resiliency, everybody's talking about resilient organization, or everything means that. Like that's why my dear friends, with the help of the examples, with the help of the we can say the documentation, the discussion, my objective is, are we able to create that correlation between the design and the ML and artificial intelligence? If yes, definitely we are putting effort in that direction. And I'm sure, again, I'm telling you, just matter of replacing the design in the place of different subject. Now with the help of that PPT also, you can able to understand how these things, how these analytical skill sets, which is based on ML and AI impact on our teaching also. Right? So these are some live, I would say, my contribution to the literature. But yes, many things are going on, especially in the area of the nowadays in responsible artificial intelligence also, and huge opportunity in India, my dear friends. Right? Why it is so? Because India, this country, India, we have an open market in the terms of the data collection. Like for instance, my dear friends, suppose I have an idea, good idea, and I want to collect the data from the industry, from the UK. It is very difficult actually. It is not open market. It is not difficult. It is not easy. Just we can go and collect the data. It is not like that. Just we can say go out and start discussing. Want to conduct this survey, that survey. No, it is very difficult actually to get the consent from the university, consent from that particular person. So that's why I'm telling you, we have a lots of flexibility, and just we need to just grab those opportunities and the flexibility and convert them in a good productive work. So this is a very good, interesting article, and I'm sure, my dear friends, if you can download this, you are able to get more insights. So my dear friend, the most important thing, which I would say we have sufficient time, I want to share with you. Many time I told you, okay, now the UK government is also thinking about net zero economy. Many things are going on in the terms of the, like in India also, Indian government, they are very keen to implement the new education policy and all. But my dear friends, try to understand the role of design. Try to understand the learning by doing concept in the new education policy, what actually we are teaching here, everything. We cannot avoid that. It is the time for not linear, for the circular knowledge sharing. Don't be think, yes, I'm sitting here, I know these things. Okay, just I know it. Just try to circulate it. When you start circulating, my dear friends, definitely it will come to you again in terms of maybe publication, in terms of maybe case study, maybe in terms of, we can say, appreciation, anything. So this concept, because initially I didn't know, I am working in the area of circular economy, but why the circular knowledge sharing? Because my dear friend, this concept came when I was attending one conference. One of the researcher, one of the professor actually, they mentioned that, guys, it is not just only circular economy. It is the matter of circular knowledge sharing also. Now we are here, we are just circulate our knowledge. And my dear friends, the linear, just take, make, and this, we can say, in the terms of the circular economy. But now what is the circular economy? Circular economy concept is minimize our waste. Right, minimize our waste, because we are conscious about environment. So that concept is we can say I'm using nowadays in our, as being a faculty, we can say in the education sector, in our knowledge sharing. Share your knowledge, even though if possible, if you have some time, just some kind of the internal workshop we can arrange, internal discussion we can arrange. Sometimes happen, okay, HR department is doing something different, accounting department is doing something different, electronic department. No. Try to create that environment. Actually, I would say, I want to share with you, my dear friends, one of the very, very good example, actually, when I was doing my PhD at the time. Thanks to that institute, actually, that good platform, actually, and I did my PhD from IIIT Gwalior, my dear friends, and the Professor S.C. Deshmukh was directed at the time. He said that when we are calling the Viva for any candidate, definitely just give the notice to everyone. No, doesn't matter, means that I'm the School of Business School, at the computer science, and we can say other areas, just invite them, actually. Why it is so? Because at least they can understand what is going on in the different area. And my dear friends, thanks to that environment, actually, if I'm able to say something, the supervised learning, unsupervised learning, that concepts are clear with the help of that environment. Because sometimes we are too busy in our areas, we don't know what is going on. But my dear friends, it is related, actually. Try to understand that integration, try to create that environment. Like I also shared with you, that green chemistry, right? So means that it is the time for not the linear, it's the time for the circular knowledge sharing. And circular knowledge sharing is the concept of, I would say, design, actually. And our new education policy, my dear friends, it is also that education policy is emphasizing to give more flexibility, to think more, we can say, in terms of the sustainability, environment, and all, right? So that's why just then I start thinking, okay, why not, we can say, I can start delivering this point, actually, to the audience, actually, wherever I'm going to present. It is the time for not the learning, the time for the circular knowledge sharing. Within the we can say department also, we can create that good environment, right? So my dear friends, again, I just, with the help of examples, with the help of the documentation, the literature, my contribution, my just I want to, we can say, support my argument, what actually I want to say. Yes, there is a strong correlation between the design and ML and the artificial intelligence, I would say, overall analytics part, right? And then it is the time to think about differently, out of box. It is the time for the circular knowledge sharing. It is the time to learn new techniques, new methods, because changing everything very, very fast and very, very, we can say, drastically, right? So we must prepare ourselves accordingly. And my dear friends, so I'm sure, means that I'm very, very much sure that you are completely agree with me. Yes, it is the time for the circular knowledge sharing. Don't waste anything, actually. Maybe sometime I know new method, maybe that method can help somebody else. And as I told you, dear friends, like today, if Rajendra and his team putting effort, too much efforts, I'm sure they are not contributing only just, okay, they are conducting workshop to add something in their CV and to the show to the, it's okay, it's fine, it's very much fine, I agree with you, but they're doing other than that load of things. They are, we can say, contributing to the society, they're contributing to the community, actually, they're trying to create that wonderful environment and try to invite all the experts, all the, we can say, worldwide expert in one platform, so that they can start sharing their experience, their expertise with the audience, and the audience can take the advantages and they start apply those, we can say, learning from their areas. Again, my dear friends, it is the time for not the learning, it is the time for the circular knowledge sharing. Right? So I do honestly, I would appreciate your team, Rajendra. I would appreciate your entire team. We can, these kind of platform, these kind of the workshop is very, very much important and playing a very, very significant role. My dear friends, here just one more example I want to put here. Actually, in month of March, actually, we conducted a workshop and in India. Actually, I was in UK, but we conducted with my team in one workshop in a circular economy in India, actually, and we invited 50-55 industrial experts in that workshop. And my dear friends, sometimes we can say we are too busy, we are not able to understand actually what is going on outside in the industry. Even my dear friends, they are very much keen, industry guy also very much keen to start working with the academic, we can say, faculty, academic people, and academic also want to keen, but are we able to create that bridge? Are we able to create that environment? Are we able to think? And lots of learning from that workshop, my dear friends, lots of connection, and I'm getting email every day. And the most important thing, now I have a very good database of the experts from the industry, and I can invite them directly in when I will start teaching. So try to understand the impact, actually. try to understand the impact of the learning of the circular knowledge sharing and that idea. So it is came from what? Designing actually, right? So because I start, let's think differently. It is not just okay. Yes, everybody have 24 hours actually. So just a matter of, we can say, putting we can say effort in the right direction, and they do the proper documentation and create that environment. Again, I'm appreciating the Manav Rachna University and the all teams, this kind of wonderful platform. My dear friends, I was delivering my lecture in MDI Gurgaon actually. Very interesting, very interesting question. One of the PhD student asked me, Dr. Kumar, nowadays means nothing is possible face to face. Now we are facing very critical time. So means how we can overcome that. Then again, my dear friends, just we can start thinking different. Like for instance, everybody's, maybe Delphi method. We can go and interact with the expert, collect the data. Now everybody's talking about eDelphi. And last month also we conducted the same kind of the study using eDelphi method. So means that if we are start thinking in a way, it is the part of the design actually, right? That's why I'm trying to convey, my dear friends. Yes, there is a strong correlation between the design and the ML and AI, but within the course, what actually we are delivering, what is our interesting area, still there is a huge scope for the design, right? So I'm sure I'm able to we can say gives good insights where you are able to understand. Yes, correlation between the design and ML and AI. Again, my dear friends, yes, ML and AI, yes, because these are the keywords all the researchers nowadays they are using. But again, my dear friends, these are also the part of the analytics. So we cannot say they are the different. They are, we can say, inside our courses, but actually we are delivering, and we cannot say they are separate. Again, my request, my suggestion to you, yes, and I'm sure with the help of that PPT, you are able to see how the qualitative and quantitative skill set will impact on our teaching, in which area you are working with, in which course we are delivering. So definitely we can start using those skill sets in our teaching, and we are able to create that correlation, that integration, right? So yes, I would say there is a strong correlation between these two concepts, and with the help of the many examples, we can say my contribution also from the literature also, institutes, what are the different MIT, Cambridge, what they are delivering, and I'm sure you are able to understand the impact of the, if believe me, if I get the opportunity to teach the course like design, like the design thinking, like we can say even the business ethics. Yes, when I started my career in teaching, at that time I feel that, oh my God, these are the very boring, but now I feel that they're important actually. They we can say they are playing a very significant role, and they try to make your course different. If you are able to create that correlation, if you are able to enhance, we can say we are able to, we can say, put ourselves, yes, let's try to do something differently, let's try to add more and more value. Again, you have a very good platform, and again, in the space we have a very good open platform to data collection and all. And I'm sure, my dear friends, what actually I'm delivering today, you are able to get something, and you are start working in that direction. So this is all about from my side, Dr. Rajendra. So thank you very much for all the participants, and thank you very much to you and your entire team.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any questions.
So we have 10 minutes, guys. Let's try to utilize 10 to 15 minutes. If you have any question, please, I'm happy to definitely give the answer if I'm capable. But it is a very good platform. It is a platform for discussion. It is a platform for, I would say, sharing. As I told you, that it is not the time for the linear. It is a time for the circular knowledge sharing, right? Share with you, my dear friends. Don't worry. Even though Rajendra have my email address.
Sir, what do you feel is the differences, since you have been in both cultures of India as well as over there? What kind of challenges have you faced, the difference that you must have felt while working on these machine learning and artificial intelligence?
My dear friends, Rajendra, it's a very good question. Actually, I thank you very much because I was expecting definitely you must ask this question. Because my dear friends, I'm not comparing, I'm not criticizing anybody, but yes, in the UK especially, I'm teaching postgraduate and undergrad students also, but their interest toward qualitative. Actually, they are very good in qualitative, not quantitative. But we Indians are very strong in quantitative, right? So quantitative means that we are very good in programming, we are very good in machine learning, artificial intelligence, statistics, mathematics. That's why I shared with you, means my conversation with my elder brother daughter, means he said that, oh, I don't want to study mathematics. Then I said, no, you have to study mathematics because I can understand the impact of the mathematics in coming year. But in the UK especially, Rajendra, means that they are very much in showing their interest in toward qualitative kind of research, right? They are very good in case study because maybe the reason is the English is international language and they are very strong in writing the English and all, and they can able to, and no, also means that if any editor from the UK, if any journal, means definitely they will appreciate to contribute the qualitative type of the research. But in the USA, actually, they are appreciating if you are able to contribute the quantitative part. But we Indians actually were very strong in quantitative part actually. And now because of that reason, that's why I'm sharing with you, my dear, huge opportunity in the coming year in the UK in that machine learning, artificial intelligence. Right? Huge opportunities, industry, academia, universities, every huge opportunities. So that's why my suggestion to you means that just enhance your skill sets in that direction. With the design, the most important thing is, like, I do appreciate you, Rajendra, because if you are start thinking in that direction, it's fine. Whatever the existing, we can learn them. But start to thinking differently, right? And I'm sure, my dear friends, means that it will impact on the many ways. If you are faculty, it will impact on your teaching. If you are students, it will impact on your employability. If you are in the industry, that definitely will impact on your productivity, your efficiency. But yes, avoid what actually the going on, how the environment is changing very fast.
Sir, in terms of challenges, any differences that you must have faced?
Yes, challenges, Rajendra, in terms of challenges, like I also said with example, like for instance, the data collection, right? So we in the India, for us to collect data, 250, 300 data from the industry, we can say from the respondent and all. Because as I told you that in India, we have an open market, my dear friends, no need to get the consent letter, no need to get the, we can say, approval from the university. But in the UK, especially, they are very much conscious about it, right? So we need to get the approval from the university. University means review your application, time, we can say they will invite you for interview. Why do you want to conduct this study? What is the objective of this study? After getting the approval, then again it is not easy, my dear friends. And then you need to get the consent letter from the respondent from whom you are going to collect the data from the industry, and you have to keep all the consent letter with you. When you start using the data set, you have to submit that the consent letter to the university. So it is difficult and rigorous process. That's why you are able to see, means that all the UK based and USA based researchers, they are very keen and they are showing their interest to do their research with Indians. Okay. So this is the big challenge, my dear friends. But other challenges also there, like for instance, that being a faculty of quantitative part it's difficult actually, because the students, they are showing their interest toward qualitative part, not quantitative parts. Then it's difficult to deliver, we can say, and the good course, like based on the machine learning, but artificial intelligence, etc. So these are the some challenges actually. But again, I'm telling you, my dear friends, we have a very good open market and a huge scope for the good research. Easy, we can conduct the research actually. And here also it is difficult and very competitive too. Yes, anybody?
Participants, any other questions? So I guess we should wind up the session since there are no more questions.
So still we have 10 minutes, Rajendra. If you have any questions, you can write me, you can text me. There is no issue. As I told you, my dear friends, always try to take the advantage of these kind of platform, right? Always, whatever the doubts, it is not like that you have doubt, you have some kind of issue. No, just be open, right? Maybe you have, sometimes you feel that, oh, it is not a good question. Maybe the participant, they feel it is silly. No, it is nothing. Just try to take the advantages, maximum advantages, try to show your participation. I always try to motivate my students in the classrooms. Just try to show your participation maximum. When you start participating, and automatically, I would say, my dear friends, we are contributing something actually, because other are also going to take the advantage of that question, and you are also trying to, we can say, clear your doubts. So if the Rajendra and his team creating this platform, again, thanks. But we must appreciate and take the advantages of this kind of platform.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your session. Participants, since if there are no longer any doubts, we would like to wind up the session then. So in chat box, also we have mentioned there's no questions. So I would like to thank Anil sir for his time and his wonderful session.
जैन सर,
हाँ सर.
सर वो चैट बॉक्स में वो तो भेजो उसका फीडबैक का.
हाँ सर, मतलब एक सेकंड.
टाइम हो रहा है ना अभी.
सर वो व्हाट्सएप पे आ जाएगा सर. The feedback shall be sent to you through WhatsApp.
इसमें नहीं आएगा.
नहीं सर. Sir, we have a question over here, Anil sir.
Yes.
In the chat box.
How to use AI for research in electrical engineering? Yes, my dear friends. That's why during my presentation I mentioned, just replace the design, just replace the mechanical engineering with your interesting area and artificial intelligence, right? So your question is how we can use, my dear friends. Now let me give you the task. Let's do a literature review. Within just half an hour, you can spend in the Google and try to understand the application. Just don't be artificial intelligence, one terminology. Under artificial intelligence, there are many techniques, as I told you that. It is not like that all the means author they start using, I'm using application. Within the artificial intelligence, what are the techniques and how those different techniques are the researchers are using in electrical engineering. Like I also shared with you, when I start thinking about responsible artificial intelligence in healthcare sector, and I saw that one paper already published. So responsible artificial reviewing what is responsible artificial intelligence. So same thing, my dear friends, same thing. Yes, my area is not, we can say electrical engineering, but yes, I would say that there is a huge scope, and I'm sure you are able to see the many applications of artificial intelligence in electrical engineering. Just a matter of I would say, just sit in the Google, try to understand the Google Scholar also, and the different techniques. Just you can just start searching, and if there is a, we can say, less number of article, again, my dear friend, it is just scope for you to write a very good literature review article, application of artificial intelligence in electrical engineering, right? So that's why, my dear friends, nowadays I'm happy to share with you means that my experience, even the editors of the different journal, means that very, very difficult to crack very good journal. But if you are able to create a integration of the one we can say area to the another area, and if you are able to, we can say, develop a very good article and solve a very good problem, there is a huge chance to get we can say get published of those articles. That's why, my dear friends, the AI and the artificial intelligence, they are not different. They are completely, we can say, somehow maybe we are not able to understand where we are not able to see their area, but there is a area, they are not separate, they are completely combined, completely attached with our area. That's why I'm telling you, my dear friends, let's explore and try to understand in your area the application of artificial and machine learning area in your area too also, right? I also give you my one of my would say my literature review paper. In that paper, my dear friends, same question is artificial intelligence is enabler of the supply chain resiliency, COVID-19. You can't believe, my dear friends, after all the paper, we proposed 29 articles. But when we started actually at that time, and Rahul is also there actually, I said with that paper Rahul too, and he said that Anil is, it's actually, because when we are, we are actually just a matter of just, again, to just sit, spend good time. And again, my dear friends, if I'm able to see, you can open that paper, you are able to see 29 propositions for the future research. Again, if you follow that paper and start writing a review paper, application artificial intelligence in electrical engineering, I'm sure even you are able to propose more than 25 propositions.
Thank you, Anil sir. Thank you.
Rajendra, if any question in the chat box also, my dear, just you can check.
Sir, how the use of AI for research in electrical engineering?
Yes.
It's already
Yes,
covered. Okay, sir. I think there is no more questions in the chat box.
For you also now, Rajendra, the new research topic, the application of artificial intelligence in your interesting area, that is entrepreneur.
Sir, I'm working on design thinking, and I have applied for one government project. If I got the project, I surely apply this one.
Yes.
Yeah. I have applied for some government project, and that's why we keep this topic as a topic of discussion in this FDP.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your kind support and precious time.
No, thank you very much, Rajendra. Again, my dear friend, thanks to you, your entire team. It is very difficult to conduct these kind of workshop. Actually, huge efforts is required. But again, you are very active and you are not adding a value for you also. You are adding a value for the society, for the community. You are very, we can say, valuable assets for your organization. I really thanks to your entire team, Manav Rachna family also. And again, I'm telling you, my dear friends, you have very good resources, platform. Try to utilize those resources and platform and explore. Huge opportunities are waiting for you. Thank you very much, guys, and have a nice evening.
Thanks for kind words, sir. Dear participants, we will meet tomorrow at 9 a.m. sharply. Thank you, Anil sir. Once again. Okay. Dear participants, I have posted the feedback link in the chat box also, and in the group also. You can fill the feedback on the link. Thank you. Thanks for patience learning.